Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Q3 FY21 earnings conference call of Fiem Industries Limited, hosted by Monarch Networth Capital Limited. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on beliefs, opinions and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode. There will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anubhav Rawat from Monarch Networth Capital Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Malika. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Monarch Networth Capital, I welcome you all to Q3 FY21 conference call of Fiem Industries. We will start the call with the initial comments about the results and the future outlook of the company, and we will open the floor for question and answers. So without much delay, I now hand over the call to Mr. J.K. Jain, CMD of the company. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all to the conference call on the financial results of Fiem Industries for the third quarter and 9 months ended on 31st December 2020. The company has released its results on 12th February. I believe you all got the chance to go through the same. Along with me on this call, I have Ms. Aanchal Jain, Director, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, Director, Mr. O.P. Gupta, CFO, Mr. Arvind Chauhan, Company Secretary, and other financial team members. Let me start with the company performance during the quarter. The financial results will be highlighted by the CFO. Then we will start the session on question and answers. Our growth has remained in line with the growth of our major OEM customers. During the third of the financial year 2020-21, the company has achieved a turnover of rupees 355 crores, which is 10% increase on year-on-year basis. We had expected even higher growth rate during this quarter, but sales in December were impacted due to the regular yearly maintenance shut down by our key OEM. Our top customers remained shut down for more than 2 weeks and other customers were shut down for 1 week. Looking at medium-term outlook, we are hopeful for the continued demand in two-wheeler across the market, which will be mainly driven by the demand in rural market and personal mobility preference by the people. Announcement in the recent budget with regard to the increased spend on the road infrastructure and voluntary scrappage policy are favorable for the automobile sector. E-vehicle trend is also getting momentum and mainline OEMs as well as new players are entering into e-vehicles, which we think is very positive for industry, environment as well as for our company in the times to come. We are working on these opportunities and closely involved with the OEMs for their new project development. We expect that during the next 3 years, these new developments will significantly contribute in overall growth of our company. With this, I hand over the line to our CFO, Mr. O.P. Gupta, to update on financial. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to everyone. I am pleased to inform that the company has achieved a total sales of rupees 355 crore in the quarter 3 of FY 2021, as against the turnover of rupees 323 crore in corresponding quarter of FY 1920, which has resulted in increase of 10% on year-on-year basis. During the quarter under reporting, the company had earned an EBITDA of rupees 42.84 crore, which is 12.05% in comparison to EBITDA of rupees 37.64 crore in quarter 3 of FY 1920, which was 11.65%, thereby indicating an upward trend in the EBITDA margin as compared to the corresponding quarter of last year. PBT for quarter 3 of FY 2021 stood at rupees 27.30 crore as against the PBT of rupees 21.15 crore during quarter 3 of FY 1920, thereby showing growth of 29%. PAT of the company stood at rupees 20.68 crore against the PAT of rupees 26.05 crore during quarter 3 of FY 1920. During quarter 3 of FY 1920, the company had exercised an option for charging income tax at the lower rate as allowed under section 115BAA of the Income Tax Act. Because of this, the company had made a reversal of deferred tax expense to the extent of rupees 7.26 crore during quarter 3 of FY 1920. Without taking into account the reversal of deferred tax expense in quarter 3 of FY 1920, the PAT of the company has increased by 10% during quarter 3 of FY 2021 as compared to quarter 3 of FY 1920. Coming to the investment, company has made an investment of rupees 8.5 crore in fixed assets during the quarter under reporting. The total borrowings of the company stood at rupees 62.47 crore as at 31st December 2020. With this, I end the financial brief, and now the floor is open for question and answers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who has a question at this time, please press star 1 on your phone. We have the first question from the line of Ashutosh Tiwari from Equirus Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, sir. So if I look at the revenue number for the quarter, it is actually lower than the second quarter sales that we did. Despite the fact that market was, two-wheeler generally volumes for companies were higher in the third quarter versus the second quarter. So is there any market share loss that we see? Because if I look at the revenue from Honda motorcycle last year, third quarter, it was 42% market share roughly, which is equivalent to 135 crore revenue. This quarter, that number is 34% only, which is equivalent to 122 crores. There is a decline in Honda revenue that we did in the current quarter versus last year by 10%. So what is the reason behind that?
Yeah, I'm Rajesh Sharma. See, as our chairman has already indicated in his speech, HMSI have almost closed for 18 days, more than 18 days during December month. And that was their maintenance, regular maintenance shutdown, which has majorly impacted on our sales because, as you know, HMSI is our biggest customer in our overall sales. And other customers also, if you see the major other customers are also closed for a week during December month. That has mainly been impacted on our total sales of this quarter.
But generally, the sales of companies, the volumes of companies in third quarter was higher than the second quarter. Despite that, we have seen it on a quarter-on-quarter basis, I'm saying.
No, basically, this was normally, the maintenance took place in December in 2 weeks. So, and normally the maintenance is only for 7 days. So this time it was especially, they have made it for 18 days. So this was, that is why the sales is less.
Okay, so looking at the run rate that we saw in maybe January and scheduled for March, do you think that the revenue going ahead in say Q4 and all will be higher than this quarter revenues? Probably can we go ahead?
We are expecting very good growth.
So can we surpass the Q2 numbers in Q4 sales side?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay. And secondly, in terms of this Yamaha global order that we had got, so was the revenue in this quarter lower than the second quarter? And I mean, how should we see the ramp up in Yamaha global orders going ahead?
No, growth in Yamaha is good. This is high.
No, I'm comparing this to the second quarter, not versus the last year number.
You're talking about this September ending quarter.
Yeah. September to December.
Yeah, this is high. Yes, this is high.
So going ahead, I mean, we were talking about
Yes, tell me.
So we were talking about last time about ramp up further in Yamaha sales because we had won new orders from new countries. So how should we see the ramp up in that going ahead?
Yeah, we have already started 2 projects out of our total development, and those projects have already started in exporting to outside countries through Yamaha, of course. And those projects are definitely be very good demand as of now projected for next quarter.
You mean fourth quarter?
Yes, fourth quarter.
So Yamaha revenue that we did over last 2 quarters, it will increase from Q4.
Yes.
And will it be substantial growth or I mean moderate growth basically?
Yeah.
Hello?
It was a moderate growth, basically.
No, I'm asking that, let's say we said that you see some growth in Yamaha further deliveries from Q4 for export orders. So can we see substantial growth from Q4 to Yamaha versus what we did in second and third quarter this year?
Of course, Yamaha sales will definitely grow. Of course, there will be a growth for last quarter.
Compared to second, third quarter as well?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you. I'll join that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Anubhav Mukherjee from Pristine Capital Limited. Please go ahead.
Sir, your competitor Lumax, they hosted an earnings call just 1.5 hours back, and they on the call claimed that due to their JV with Stanley, they have a lot of cost competitiveness and technology advantage in LED auto lamps especially, and they specifically cited the example of TVS Motors where they were not a vendor at all and they have been able to gain specifically in LED lamps for the NTOP model. So sir, would like to understand from you, is it actually that their cost at which they can supply to the OEMs is lower for LED lamps compared to us? Because they were very vocal about it.
No. Yeah. See, we are as of now, if you see, we have taken few of the business from other competitor to us, and we have started supplying for SXR model of Piaggio. That is 100% of LED. So it is a model mix. Whenever customer is required and how come and how fast we can give the solution. So we have also design partner, our design subsidiary company in Italy, and we are supporting in all kind of electronic designing as well as mechanical designing, and substantially we are giving the good competitive prices to our customers, and we are getting good business.
Apart from this, we were the first to have assembly line, electronic line production last 7 years, 8 years. Now people are doing now. So that is the main basic thing.
Okay, but like on the pricing competitiveness, is it possible like somebody is willing to work at a lower margin? What's your take on it? Because what I understand is that we were the sole supplier to TVS, and that competitor has been able to enter. So is it like it's not only about the quality, but is like pricing is something we could like we can't match up or yeah.
Basically, we were not sole supplier to TVSL because there was Rinder. The second supplier was Rinder since many years. So, yes, what you are saying, there is a possibility that in one product they may try to enter for a low margin, but to have a low margin in the long run is not sustainable. So nobody can do that forever. So just to have an entry level, in any country one can give a lower level, low level of pricing, but it is not sustainable in the long term.
Get that, sir. And sir, just on this, there is a recent shortage of semiconductors which is impacting the auto industry quite severely. So for us, sir, does that impact our production, our company in any way? Because we also would be sourcing the LED chip. So does it impact our profits in any way?
No, see, we were aware of this for last 1 year, and we were having heavy inventory at our end. So at the moment we are not impacted, and we have sufficient stock at our end.
Yes, sir. And sir, last question from my side, sir. Overall, if you could share some details on any new business that you have won in this quarter, any new model or any new OEM added, that would be very helpful.
As we indicated in our last call also, we have 50 plus projects as of now under development, and out of which we are expecting 35 projects will be launched within next 3 years.
Okay.
Few projects is already, few projects we expect that this quarter, 1 or 2, 3 projects will come. They will be launching during this quarter.
Okay, sir. That's thanks. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Varun Bakshi from Equirus Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So, firstly, my question is on the increasing competitive intensity in the industry. Like two-wheeler, we have seen many new players entering. So, how do you see the pricing pressure, particularly on LEDs going ahead? Have we seen a significant drop in the pricing of LEDs?
Basically, we have been telling, earlier also, our system is anything cost plus 5% is always reimbursed by the customer. So we are not any, impact on that.
No, sir. I meant like the difference between LED and conventional lamp. Earlier, it used to range from say 2x to 5x. So now has it come down, or is it in a similar range?
No, it is at the moment similar range. Not yet come down.
Okay. Also, sir, last call we had mentioned that there would be an announcement of addition of a new big two-wheeler OEM to our customer list. Any progress on that?
We are already in touch, and we hope basically, one order we have got from Piaggio India. That's a new addition.
We have already started production in this quarter, and fourth quarter will also be ramp-up plan. It will be a good volume. And at the same time, we will be exporting these lamps to Italy also. Italy.
Okay. And sir, if you can specify what would be our capacity utilization at this point in time, and any plans to further increase the capacity utilization or increase our capacity?
Basically, at the moment, we have 70 to 75% capacity utilization, which we can go up to 90%. 90% plus.
Okay. So we don't foresee any significant capex in a near future.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is in the line of Priyadarshi Srivastava from Monarch Network Capital Limited. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Sir, just wanted to know which are the new clients you have added in this quarter, sir?
So this quarter we have added Piaggio India as well as Piaggio Italy, as well as Yamaha Export also additionally we added Indonesia.
Okay. So, sir, any four-wheeler clients, sir, update on that? Anything on onboarding? How is the progress or how we are looking?
As of now, passenger car there is no, but of course we are working with commercial vehicle and tractor segment.
Okay. And sir, any update on onboarding of Hero MotoCorp?
We are still working on that. We will update once things will be moved ahead.
Okay. Sir, one more, sir. Can you just help me with the split for the LED and the halogen auto lights, sir?
Yes. This LED is 41% and halogen is 59%.
Okay. Thank you. I'll come back in the queue for more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. The next question is from the line of Manas Saraswat, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hi, sir. So I wanted to know what the capital expenditure for FY21 and 22 was and the annual maintenance capex.
See, this is still under consideration. So in last call, we will be able to tell you when this all analyzed figures will come. This one, so far this is for this quarter. This quarter we 8.5. This is the capex, and for the full year it will be around 20 to 25 crore range.
Okay. Thank you. Sir, one more question. What is the plan for those free cash flow post debt repayment, and will there be any share buybacks or higher dividend possible?
No, there will be no share. There will be no buyback, but definitely we plan for a dividend payout and consider in the last quarter when you will see the entire year results.
Yes. Final dividend.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is in the line of Ashutosh Tiwari from Equirus Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
So on this Piaggio order, can it make a substantial difference to our revenue? Like say, can it be 1 or 2, 3% of our sales, or it's a small order because the size of the gears in India is very small?
The business is just started and it is ramp up. Now it is totally dependent on the market feedback, but Piaggio is expecting very good growth for their model, and we hope we'll be also go along with that.
And the content over here would be substantially higher than what we see generally in case of two-wheelers?
Yes, of course. All LED, because this is the front headlamp and tail lamp, both are completely LED.
Okay. And just to get a sense again, in this Activa, what is our current share of in the headlamp supplies, both LED and halogen headlamp basically?
This is same. 40%.
That is remain the same in both halogen and LED. There is no change over there.
No change.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, if you have a question at this time, you may press star and 1 on your phone. The next question is from the line of Priyadarshi Srivastava from Monarch Network Capital Limited. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, just wanted to know, can you share the details, the product-wise detail in the lighting, rear view, and the metal sheet parts for our top 5 clients, sir? You used to provide it earlier, sir.
You want share of business for
yes,
yeah. So this is the same. For HMSI, headlamp is 39%, tail lamp is 81%, winker is 84%, Rear view mirror is 100%, we are sole supplier. And for RR and headlamp, we are sole supplier. This is 100%. TVS percent, tail lamp is 74%, winker is 85%, RVM is 50%. TVS DRL and license lamp, we are the sole supplier and 100%. For Yamaha, headlamp is 87%, tail lamp is 87%, winker is 33%, and rear view mirror is 41%. Yamaha RR, we are 100% supplier. For Suzuki, headlamp is 78%, tail lamp is 78%, winker is 22%, RVM is 100%. Suzuki RR, again, we are sole supplier, so 100% share.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's helpful, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Imran Khan from Ratnatraya Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Can you please share the gross debt and net debt numbers?
Yeah, actually, gross debt is 62.47, and we have 35 crores in the balance sheet, so net debt will remain 27 crores.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anubhav Rawat from Monarch Networth Capital Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I had answered a few questions from my end. So, sir, in the 9 months in FY21, have we lost any vehicle model or any client?
No, so far, nothing.
Okay, and any significant vehicle model or client that we have gained, sir, in 9 months?
Yes, as we told, we have started supply to Piaggio India as well as Piaggio Italy.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And sir, any update on new JVs and technical collaborations, sir, as of now?
Yeah, due to the COVID, things are pending. So we'll let you know during the next quarter.
Okay. And sir, so our estimate was from this bank angle sensor, I think roughly around 5 to 6 crores, right, full peak revenue. So by when can we expect this, sir?
No.
It was a full.
See, for bank angle sensor, our peak revenue is around 30 crores, not the 6 crores. Okay. And for 9 months, it is already 20 crores.
Okay. Peak is 30 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, so assuming that we reach 90% capacity utilization, so sir, what revenue can we do? Assuming
we are expecting up to 1,700 crores.
1,700 crores. Okay. And our margins will more or less remain in this 12, 13, 14% region, sir. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And last question, sir, is so you said that we'll be supplying to CVs and tractors. So, sir, for this, do we need some additional capacity? Will we be doing any additional capex, or the existing capacity will suffice?
No. Basically, tractors, we are already supplying to many tractor companies, especially this Skoda, not only here but also in Japan. So basically, we don't need any other capex or anything because still we are, as I told you, we are in the capacity of 70 to 75%.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you. I'll come back in the queue. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashutosh Tiwari from Equirus Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just one question on this Honda motorcycle. So, in case of Honda, is our market share higher in case of scooter versus motorcycles, or is more or less similar across?
No, we are more in scooter as compared to motorcycle. Yes.
Okay. That could be one reason why, because we have seen bigger drop on quarter-on-quarter basis in scooter sales from Honda. That's why our sales is more impacted versus industry. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it. That should normalize going ahead, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, if you have a question at this time, you may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. Anyone who wishes to ask a question, please press star 1 on your phone. The next question is from the line of Pritesh Chheda from Lucky Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
So what is the progress on the export side now with Yamaha and Suzuki?
Yeah, of course, the export to Yamaha through Yamaha India, because we cannot count, but of course, the overall business as of now, which is being increased from Yamaha side for LED headlamps and tail lamps, mainly we of export to Yamaha Italy, Yamaha Japan, as well as Yamaha other countries.
Similarly, Suzuki also the export is through Suzuki only.
Okay. But there were few global models for Suzuki and for Yamaha, which we were expecting some ramp up in business. What is the status there?
Yeah, Yamaha, we are expecting a good growth, and we've already started. It is under ramp up now. So maybe next quarter we can see a good growth, and further next year, because there are 3 additional models which are coming during next year. So then we can expect a good growth.
And for Suzuki?
Suzuki, of course, the existing model they have started exporting, and they are also working on the good growth on their side.
And any progress on Hero as a client?
Still under discussion. We will definitely give you information once this will be finalized.
And my last question is there any change in market share for us in the lighting business in the OEM space, if any?
No, rather it has increased. It's, little bit increased our market share, no decrease.
This is with reference to which quarter or year that you are referring to?
Basically, like Piaggio India and Piaggio Italy last year to this year, and last year to this year.
Okay. My question I asked specifically because when we see your revenue traction vis-a-vis the industry number, it's a slightly different, a slightly slower growth. So if you want to highlight any reason there.
The basic reason is, as we told earlier, that our main customer was closed almost for more than 2 weeks. And other customer, due to the maintenance of, basically the December month is in two-wheeler, we are in two-wheeler mainly. So in December month, mostly it is a, maintenance off. And this time it was, especially for 18 days, our main customer was closed.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Customer for 7 days, as I told earlier.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who has a question at this time, please press star and 1 on your phone. Anyone who has a question at this time may press star 1. Next question is from the line of Anubhav Rawat from Monarch Networth Capital Limited. Please go ahead.
So, sir, just one question. So, till now in Q4, have you seen any plant shutdowns or going forward any plans by any of our major clients, sir?
No, we don't see that. Because there is no shutdown ever. Basically, it is a maintenance of. Every year it is done.
Okay. So, I mean, is it safe to assume that every year in third quarter we'll probably see a dip?
Yeah, every year it is like that. But this time, one customer was more, but the rest of them were for 7 days. Normally, the maintenance of is taking place for 7 days.
Okay. And sir, this receivables from ESL is still at 21 crores?
No, it is the same as it is, it stays the same. We are working on it.
Okay. Okay. Fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who has a question at this time, please press star 1 on your phone. Anyone who has a question may press star 1. As no further questions from the participants, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for their closing comments.
I believe we have been able to reply all your queries adequately. I would like to thank everyone for sparing your valuable time and participating in the phone call. Please stay safe and be healthy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Fiem Industries and Monarch Networth Capital Limited, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.